Hardwood gold gold cup. Happy birthday, Virgo, to you.
Happy birthday, Virgo.
See what's going on, Virgo? Last sign. You've been showing up last lately. Maybe you feel like you've been dead last in love, but I've got a good feeling. Let's see. This is a whole new deck that we're all stepping into in life. What's going on, Virgo? You pulled the Tower card. Oh, my God. Well, you know what? I think this is that in order for you to step into happiness in your life, you know there's a part of your life that is done. Or if you're in a relationship, Virgo, you can't operate the relationship the way it is. Or if you're single, the way that you've been stepping into relationships, like I feel like you're holding on to something that you're going to have to let go in order to really fucking have love. And you already know it's something that is detrimental to your life that you don't even want to do. So it's like, let go of what's fucking not good. I mean, you are going to have the big opposition of the sun in your sign to Neptune, Mars retrograde in your 8th. It's time to let go of things that give you passion or might be from the taboo or the dark, right? 8th house. Believe it or not, Virgos have a lot of dark shit in Aries, Mars. Strong shadows. That's what makes them the virgin is like to understand the shadow is the only way to understand what's pure. So, there's definitely something that's got to come to a close in order for you to move forward. But, in the positive of the Tower, it is like you have the opportunity for love this week to reach it's a powerful card. So it's a powerful relationship you need. But in order for the power that you are putting in your life in certain areas that aren't giving you that greatness that have come to an end is the only way that you'll transfer the power to somewhere different. You did pull for your challenge, the Death card. Yeah, wow, you got the Death in the Tower card. I mean, this is a transformational love week for you in the most big ways, but it is kind of this, kind of end to the way that you live your life. Completely. In order to truly, this is going to force you to change in order to have the love that you want. And I think that's the fear. The challenge is especially look at all the tentacles, of course, here on the eCommerce deck, for Death card. There's a lot of tentacles you have in a lot of different spaces. I think that it's rearranging where the tentacles are connecting emotionally in your life. You did pull the Page of Swords in reverse. So the overall is that you have to communicate. This is dealing with 8th house of Mars retrograde and stuff in your 8th house of trust and intimacy and all that. I think that the overall is show up to communicate what is it that you're afraid of losing in your life. And also, don't be afraid to communicate what you feel like in your life that you feel like you're having to run away because the tower's coming down. Only partners are going to take you as real when you are fully real about even the most destructive things that are happening in your life. This is a very destructive moment here this week, right? To build something, I would say, beautiful, but don't deny it, Page of Swords reversed. Don't deny that there's something that has to be torn down completely in your life or yourself. Or if you're in a relationship, this is definitely the relationships that you've built that have come to an end that that you're afraid of putting to an end. Don't keep denying that or not talking about it. Yeah, your downcast pride. I feel like you have too much pride in something that you don't even have pride in doing. That needs to end. You have too much pride in something that you don't have pride in. That's crazy. That needs to end. Right? It's I remember when I quit methamphetamine, I was actually a proud methamphetamine smoker. Oh yeah, fucking, this shit's cool. But no, it was not I wanted to walk around and tell people that back in the day. And then I remember it was why do I have pride in something that I don't even want to have pride in saying because I've been very honest on full disclosure last week about how the relationships in my life in 2005 and 6 when I used to use meth, I used to think it was cool. I used to tell a chick oh yeah, I'm just smoking meth right now. and I remember the chick what? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I'm putting pride in something that I really don't even have pride in. See why you got that Tower card, Virgo. You did pull the Ten of Cups reversed. Yeah, in order for the magical love story of your life, the family card, the ultimate dream, something has to come to an end. Some Tower moment, right? And let's look at this Tower moment. You have to run away. You have to run away from the tower that's fallen. It's like doing things, especially Tower moments are when you're grasping for anything that's left to keep something going that the writing is so on the wall that there's just no more. The door is closed by the universe in this direction. And this, I would say, would be in your personal life, especially. And how are you going to open up Ten of Cups, one of the greatest cards for love? And the ultimate dreams and the fantasy of what we think of a love story should be like. I mean, Why'd you get that Page of Swords reversed? You pulled the Six of Wands in reversed. Okay. There is no victory by denial of what needs to come to a close and end and what you have pride in that you don't really have pride in. There is no victory without communicating that. But also I would say there is no victory by just making it only about communication instead of change or integration. Talking's one thing, but victory is wands when you actually go into the fire. And there's something about you thinking that you can figure things out, especially if we think about these transits with Mercury in your second house. Like, you just can't overanalyze this whole thing. And with Venus and Leo in your 12th, like, you have to surrender to things that you think you love in order to really realize that you don't love them that much in order to have true love come into your life. There's a big transformation that's happening for Virgos. Your card of the week is, you Mercury, your mind. That overall, this is about the environment you're in. Are you around a good environment? That's the kind of love that comes into the environment you're at. So think of like where you go and what you hang around and what environment you're in is the kind of love story that would happen. So, I don't know, if you're in a place that's, Mask City and you want a masker, yeah, fucking go there. If you're very left-wing, go to the left-wing environment. But if you're in a very right-wing area and you're trying to find love with a right-wing person and you're left-wing, that's the environment. You're not going to have as many options. I think that this also, too, is saying that your mind is at the center of all this and how your mind might be attached to certain things that you don't think could die. But your mind also has to look at the other side and be like, if this does die and this does end in my life, does it open up something new? I mean, you got Uranus in your 9th house, like trying to help you out here. Sun trine Jupiter, too, which is for you. It's a great house. This is your love house. This is a big door for you to open up with love, but it's going to be about whether or not you know how to connect and put ends to blocking. Because maybe you're putting your energy of your passions into things. Like, you're basically having sex with things that are not delivering you what you want back, but you're afraid to have sex and deeply connect to love. Cancer, Venus, 4th house. Well, it's time to get emotional. It's time to get feeling. It's time to start feeling fully and let the feelings rule the roost. Ironic that you pulled the Mercury card overall and you are Mercury ruled. It is your birthday. There's nothing worse than an analytical birthday than a birthday that you feel. There's nothing worse than a relationship that's in the head than when you feel. And the only way to build a base and to build anything beautiful and good, because Venus likes the 4th house and Venus likes Cancer. Awesome aspects for you to feel something great. Or block that.
Yeah, and where's the communication lacking? Maybe are you not being fully truthful with yourself? It's easy to lie to ourselves, and then we start. The relationship's going to go nowhere unless we're straightforward with ourselves first as to what we want to get out of it, who we want to be in this relationship, and who we want to have in this relationship with us. So where is it maybe that you're kind of lying to yourself? You're letting some things slide that you necessarily wouldn't. You know, it's time that you are truthful with yourself. It's time that you're completely honest with yourself so that you can be honest with your partner, so you can be honest with the universe as to what you want to bring in. I think that that's what we all need to do. I think that's what we all need to focus on too. Focus on ourselves, focus on what we want to bring in and what we're capable of putting out into the world. What are you capable at this time?
What are you capable of? And there's so much that we all are capable of all the time. And I think that when it comes to love, there's the art of surrender that I think is in all aspects, and to see how that plays out. I think that we try to control things too much. And I think with Mars retrograding this week, our egos can't control the way it looks. All we can do is let destiny happen by showing up for destiny and surrendering to destiny and see how it plays out. If it works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't, because it will move us no matter what into the right place. And that's the ultimate potential that we block by trying to control everything into the way that we think it should look. And I think that the less we go into that control state, the more beauty there is.